What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Sharp Pro Sports Betting. Here is where I do I break down the games for you guys. I show you games. I'll give free plays here. I'm going to be doing a lot more YouTube. I'm going to be doing YouTube every day that I can. Literally every day I get a chance, I'm going to do YouTube. So pay attention, watch this. Stop what you're doing right now. Give us a like and leave a comment. Okay? That comes a long way. When I hop on here, I'm like, okay, people like this. People want to see this. So I say, let's do more of it. And you'll get more plays, more free plays, more things like that. So come on here, watch these, see how I do stuff, and really learn and teach yourselves. I can't really do this on Instagram because Instagram limits you to 1:20 on your reels. I do it on my live shows. People love my live shows. So I said, you know what? Let's do it on YouTube, and let's make some money this way also. So as you guys already know from my Instagram, I already gave you guys a free play. It was a 2-team parlay. It was the New York Liberty versus the New York Liberty money line parlayed with the Minnesota Lynx money line. The Lynx don't play till tomorrow. So the Lynx play tomorrow and the Liberty play tonight. So what you have to realize is you got to be patient, okay? You got to understand that, yes, this is a game today and a game tomorrow. I get that. You have to be patient. The money does not matter. The money comes in the same way. You don't have to force games. You don't have to force nothing. I want to give you guys a lock. I have 100,000 on it. I want to give you guys a lock so that you guys can really lock it in and feel confident in your money instead of me reaching for a game I don't love. So you may ask how I got to it. I'm going to do baseball play here also for you guys. But how I got to it is, you go on ESPN.com, you click on the team. If you don't know these teams, I know these teams. But if you don't know these teams, you could do this and you can really look to see how the teams are doing. So I looked at the New York Liberty and I said, okay. The Liberty have been playing horrible compared to their standards. So the Liberty are actually a top 3 team in WNBA. They're going to be in the end. They're going to be in it towards the end. They're going to be, one of the contenders. They're just not. They're playing down the competition right now. So they had a horrible loss against the Sky. That's a bad loss. They lost to the Lynx, who are a really good team. And look at the rest of these games. They haven't really played good competition. They played Indiana 3 freaking times, but they blew them out. Then they played Washington 1. That's not a big deal. Phoenix 1. So they haven't really played excellent competition. So this isn't a game that I did based off of previous games. This is a game that I did based off of knowledge. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in just a second. Okay. Then you look over here at the Chicago Sky. The Chicago Sky have played probably one of the toughest schedules. They played the Sun. They played the Liberty. They already beat the Liberty. I'm not worried about that again. It's just not going to happen again. Let's click on this game. Let's actually check this game out. So let's go box score and let's see. Both teams shot about even. Both teams shot about the same from 3. Liberty just got outplayed. And they got outplayed at home. You got Brianna Stewart. You got Jonquel Jones. You got Vandersloot. You got Ionescu. I just think this team is way better than the Sky. I'm taking the Liberty on the money line. And then tomorrow I'm taking the Minnesota Lynx. The Minnesota Lynx, if you guys don't know anything about them, the Minnesota Lynx are very tough, very good. Come over to the Gamecast. It's not going to show anything, but look at their last 5 games. They beat Dallas, they beat Phoenix, they lost to the Aces, they beat Atlanta, and they beat this New York Liberty team. I love this Lynx team, so that's why I like that. I like that 2-team parlay right there. Okay, like it a lot. Let's go to MLB. As far as MLB today, the way I like to do it is I like to focus on the pitchers. I care about the teams, so let me just tell you this. I focus on the pitchers and I try to find pitching advantages. So let me go through each game and show you where the pitching advantage is. Doesn't mean that you take that team, but you want to identify the pitching advantage. So here, you got Imanga, however you pronounce his name, you got pitching advantage over Chris Flexen. That's a huge pitching advantage. Then you got Luzardo, huge pitching advantage. I know you don't know about Luzardo, and you can't really go off of stats. So let me show you guys this. So you can't really go off of stats, and here's why. Because if Luzardo was on the Yankees, he would probably be like 8-0. That's how good he is. But the fact that he's in the Marlins, his wins and loss depends on his team also. It's not just him. So let me give you an example. Let me show you this example. So Jesus Luzardo is 2-4 with a 4.18 ERA. This is a guy that you don't want to back. From these numbers, this is a guy that sucks. He's trash. He's garbage. But let's go over here and look at game log. Okay? Look at how he started the season. He went against the Angels, Yankees, Braves, and Chicago. And Chicago was a good start, but look how bad these are. This one's not that bad, but the Braves and Yankees, when the Braves had everybody healthy, look at that. Horrible. Okay? Now come up here. Look at these last 4 games. This dude is a dog. This dude is a monster. You have to look this up. and you have to research this before you go ahead and just base people off their numbers. Dude, it has a look at this. Look at his stats. He's going 5 almost every single game. He's barely 3 earned runs against San Diego in 6 innings, 2 earned runs against Philadelphia, who's hot. Their bats are hot right now. He can't help that his team is trash. I mean, he just shut out the Mets and shut out Milwaukee. 2 teams that can hit. If you know this Mets lineup, you know this Mets lineup is stacked. Okay? So, Luzardo definitely has the pitching edge in that matchup. Lugo, I think he is pitching a matchup. I don't know if you know who he is. I'll show you one more example. This guy right here is an absolute dog. So if you don't know these players, you can go to ESPN.com and you can really educate yourself. You can see, click game log and see. Like, look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at this dude's stats. Look at this. He hasn't had one bad game. You could say this game against Baltimore was his worst game, and it wasn't even that bad. He's a monster. So we identified those are 2 crazy pitching edges. And then let's go Milwaukee and Philly. I'd say that's about even. I like Sanchez a little more. Washington changed. Okay, so this is breaking news as I'm on this with you guys. Washington has changed their pitcher. So I was on Washington earlier. I no longer like Washington. Washington has changed their pitcher. So that's massive. That's something you need to look out for. Gill, I like Gill over Ober, even though Ober's stats aren't that good. He's a monster. But we'll say that's even. Fried and Crawford, this is another example. So when you look right here and you see Crawford has a 3.29 ERA, you want to come over here. You want to go MLB schedule. You want to come over here and you want to look for Crawford. So Crawford. Where's Crawford? Boston Red Sox right there. Crawford. Cutter Crawford. Okay, this is a guy. Look at his stats. 3.29 ERA, which is amazing. 2-4, which is bad, whatever. Okay, look right here. Look how good he started the season. Okay, you also have to realize who is fake and who's not. Look over here. Woo! He was getting the past 4 or 5. He starts right here. He's been getting torched. I still like the dude. I still think he's excellent. But look what he went against: Chicago, Pitt, Angels, Cleveland, who really doesn't have crazy bats, and Seattle, who doesn't have crazy bats. Now that he got going against these good teams like Baltimore, Milwaukee, good game against Atlanta, but like even he got hit up by the Rays. So I don't really like him that much. So I would go back. Let me go back one more for you guys. And I would go towards Fried, who's a freaking dog. This dude is good. His stats aren't even like 5-2, 2.97. We don't care about that 5-2 because he is a good team. But that 2.97 is very good. He only had 2 bad games this year. 3. First game, this game, and that's really it. That's it. 3 right here. This is a bad game too. 4 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. So this dude's a dog. If you want to see how they actually are long term, you can go back and look at their stats from the last season. He was 8-1. He was 14-7, 14-7. He's a dog. So we identified that he is the better pitcher in that matchup. And you can do that throughout the whole thing. So my suggestion to you with baseball is you want to find the pitching advantages first and foremost. Once you find the pitching advantage, then you want to compare the teams batting wise. And the pitching advantage should always be higher in your scale. If you're rating it out of 10, your pitching advantage should be about a 9 out of 10. That's how much it should make a difference. That's really what should sway your opinions on the games, is mainly the pitching matchup. Because at the end of the day, that is the number one stat that you need to look for. I understand if teams may hit whatever it may be, but pitching matchup is key. So for instance, like let me give you guys a play out like here. Okay, let me just tell you. I think Miami can upset. It's not really that much of an upset, but it is. I think Miami can upset Tampa Bay today. And I did like Washington until they had somebody go out. But I do like Tampa today. Who's another team I like? And I do like the Detroit Tigers today, who's currently an underdog. So there you go, guys. Lock those in. I'm going to do more of these. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it right. This is where you really learn. This is where you really become a sharp. And always remember, be a sharp, not a square. Give us a like and a share, and we can keep doing this every single day. Let's go.